In this video, we are going to look at how to grade an assessment from the Plan tab. You might use this if you have just created a new assessment and you want to enter the grades right away. So I have my classes here, and I'm going to go into the Plan section, and you'll see my indicators that I've pulled and all of my assessments. So let's say I just added a new assessment and I want to go in and I want to grade it now for students. So down here, I have my menu of options. Right now, Plan is highlighted. You'll notice the Grade tab, Mastery, Class Grades, and Class Comments. I'm going to click on the Grade button. And this is going to bring me to my grade book where I can see all of the scores I've entered and I can enter scores for additional assessments. You will see all of my students here. At the top, you will notice my unit titles. So these assessments were not assigned to a unit. I have Unit 1 here, Unit 2 here, and I have one assessment underneath Unit 1 and one assessment underneath Unit 2. Now, this might become cumbersome as you add more assessments. You can see here I have got a total of 5 assessments. They don't all fit on my screen. You can minimize these. You can go through, and the lighter gray is for your individual assessment. And if you just click on that arrow, it will collapse that assessment. So you'll see the assessment, but you don't see the indicators associated with that. Now you can collapse this further. So you can go through and you could collapse all 3 of them. So you can see that under no unit, I have 3 different assessments. You can collapse it further by going to the darker gray for your unit and clicking the arrow there. And now you will just see the unit. You will not see any of the assessments. So it just makes it easier to focus on what you want to grade. So I have Unit 2 up here that has not been graded, and we are going to enter some grades. Your options for grades are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 meaning that the student is just beginning. 2 meaning they are starting to make some progress. 3 is that they have met the standard. And 4 is that they are exceeding the standard. You have additional codes that you can put in. You can put in a U for ungraded. And what this does is it puts in the equivalent of a 0, but it does not count against the student. So maybe the student just hasn't taken the assessment yet, but you don't want to penalize them for it. Or maybe the student didn't need to take the assessment for whatever reason. Sometimes we assign assessments to just specific students. So it allows you to show that the student didn't show any proof for that assessment, but it doesn't count against the student. The other indicator that you have is an N for no evidence. This is also the equivalent of a 0, but it does count against the student. So that 0 will be averaged in. And you would just use this to show that the student didn't complete the work. So let's go through and let's just enter some grades for these students. I'm just using arrow keys and my number pad. And you're going to notice up here it says all scores saved. So it automatically saves for you, nothing else that you need to do. And now I have entered my scores.